Welcome back to Access Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough review of One Piece episode 600. Now, remember from last episode, we found out Caesar Clown has now caught up with the kids, and he's offering the kids candy. I don't know about you, but Caesar Clown offering these kids candy that obviously are poison and are considered a drug is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I hate this guy. It's like watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, you know, that guy that offers candy to the kids and has a horrible nose. I don't know about you, but this guy's freaking me out. Come on. If he doesn't freak you out, then just go to a different channel. But anyways, moving on past that, we are taken to a little cutscene with Law, Smoker, and Luffy. Now, Law, Smoker, and Luffy's group in general have been caught. They're in a cell. So sad, too bad. Need I say more? Yes, they're fucked, plain and simple. The Devil Fruit users can't use their powers, and guess what? Smoker and Tashigi have swapped bodies thanks to Law. So, they're fucked, plain and simple. The only person right now I can see pulling something out of their hat is either Tashigi, which isn't going to happen, so it's going to be Smoker since he's in Tashigi's body, or Frankie. Since right now, Frankie isn't a Devil Fruit user, technically he's a cyborg, he's the only person I can see getting out of this mess, or Smoker since he's in Tashigi's body, who isn't a Devil Fruit user. Those are the only two people that I can see actually doing something. Now moving on past that toward the end of the episode, we find out the true identity of Joker. Drumroll? No drumroll? Okay, the true identity of Joker, ladies and gentlemen, is Del Flamingo. And again, that's where the episode ends, and all my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Luffy's group. Now, Luffy has been updated on Joker's real identity, which is Del Flamingo. At first, I thought Luffy was playing dumb, like, you know, who's Del Flamingo? And I'm like, really? You were on the same island as Del Flamingo when you were attacking the Navy, just so you could get your brother back. Are you serious? I'm like, come on. But eventually, Luffy, you know, he gets updated on who Joker really is. He's like, oh, that guy. And it still looks like he wasn't getting it, and I was laughing. Shitless. Yeah, I said that. I was laughing my brains out. Literally. Shitting my brains out at the same time. Sorry, I just had to say that. Anyways, moving on past that, we are taken to a little cutscene with Nami's group. Now, Nami's group is a little fucked right now, in my opinion, because the kids are now gathered around Caesar Clown, which has appeared out of nowhere. And if you think about it, Nami and Usopp are freaking out because Luffy was supposed to run into Caesar Clown with Law, and they had their own plans set in motion. So if Caesar Clown is here, that means Luffy's group has failed. It's just dawned on them that Captain Luffy has failed. I'm like, no, really? If he's failed, then you're pretty much fucked. Now, apparently these kids are trampling on Usopp, they're trampling on Nami. No surprise there since they're giants. Now, Usopp, out of nowhere, he uses his Fire Bird Star on Caesar Clown. So we see Usopp, he uses Fire Bird Star at least once on Caesar Clown, but it does absolutely nothing. No surprise there. I mean, come on. It's Caesar Clown. He's a logo type user. It's going to take a little more than just a little fucking seed. Basically, you know, a Firebird Star to take Caesar Clown out, at least in my opinion. Now, we are thrown with a little bit of information about Caesar Clown. Apparently, he can manipulate the air. I'm like, really? So, apparently, air is also considered gas. So, wait a minute, his logo type ability is gas. Not just gas in general, like a poisonous toxin, but gas like, you know, oxygen. It's like, you're shitting me. Really? And he's using the air technique now, just to avoid Usopp's attack. He could have used this air technique anytime he wanted to. And he waits until the last moment. Who's he trying to, you know, amaze here? Who's he putting on a show for? Monet? Monet's not even in the same fucking room. You're kidding me, right? God, I hate villains like this. They make me sick to my stomach. It's like, I'd make a better villain. Anyways, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Nami's group, and apparently Nami, she uses Black Ball. I shit you not, Nami, she uses her technique called Black Ball, but again, she's not in her own body, she's in Sanji's body. So it doesn't really look that interesting in my opinion. There's no sparkles, there's no shebang, nothing like that. You know, nothing spectacular about Nami using Black Ball and Caesar Clown, because Caesar Clown is not affected by it, so it's a no-go. kind of a waste of time, more or less. Now, I should point out, Caesar Clown, he uses his oxygen technique, he is a logo type user, and he shuts off the oxygen around him yet again, but this time not to avoid an attack, but to damage and harm Usopp and Nami. Finally, this is what he should have done at the start. I mean, seriously? First, he makes himself known to Usopp and Nami that, he's a logo type user, that you can't attack him directly. Then he cuts off their oxygen, just to make a direct threat toward them. I mean, that's nice, as a viewer to see this, but, if you're a villain, why don't you just kill them and be done with it? That's just me, dead, done, no surprise. There's no surprises at the end of that if they're dead. But again, Caesar Clown, he just shuts off Usopp and Nami's oxygen, and he watches them suffer. And then Caesar Clown orders the kids to kill Nami and Usopp if they want the candy, which I thought was kind of a good strategy, because he doesn't have to dirty his own hands, and he gets a show for free. I'm like, oh, why not? But wait, Brownbeard appears out of nowhere, and he saves the day. Yeah, my jaw just dropped there, because I thought Brownbeard was dead because of the Cool Brothers taking him out. No, Brownbeard is beaten up, but he's not out for the count. He does save Usopp and Nami, even though I doubt that was his real intention, but he does save them regardless, and he's pissed off at Caesar Clown for using him. Hey, I like the showdown, but you're a little late for the party, But moving on past that, we are taken to a little cutscene with Caesar Clown, and he directs the kids to head to the gas-powered airship, which he flew in on, or in this case, a gas-powered balloon. Yeah, balloon, go figure, right? It couldn't be more unique. It had to be a balloon, like from The Wizard of Oz. But anyways, Caesar Clown directs the kids to head to his gas-powered air balloon, and then Caesar Clown uses his gastanets, or I should say his gastanet, in, singular. He uses one gastanet on, I guess, Brownbeard and the rest of everyone that's around him. No surprise there. I was waiting for him to use his gastanet right off the bat, but you know what? At least he used them, regardless of when he used them, we get to see them. Now, moving on past that, we're taken to a little cutscene with Sanji's group, and yes, Smiley is still attacking. The blob is not letting down. I thought it was definitely hilarious. However, moving on past that, we see G5, which, that's the Navy, of course, and G5 is still being attacked by Smiley as well. I'm not seeing any progression here. I don't know about you, but I am not seeing a progression between Sanji's group and G5's group. It's just them fighting and running away from Smiley and the mini Smileys. Really, I don't see a progression. So, moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Chopper. That's what I really want to talk about, because Chopper is the only one that's really progressing right now in this episode. Chopper, he finds the formula for the drug, so he's got what he came to find. He's got a book with God knows what other formulas that are inside of it, so he's good. That's Chopper, and that's all we know. So Chopper, he found the formula, he knows the drug that the kids have been taking, he has what he was supposed to find, done deal. But what about Monet? Apparently Monet confirms with Caesar Clown that all the chess pieces are now in place, if that makes any sense. I'll say that one more time. Monet confirms with Caesar Clown that all of the chess pieces are where they're supposed to be. I'm like, whoa, what does that mean? Apparently, they're going to have a video transponder up, so they're going to videotape something live across whatever, I don't know, whatever kind of service they have. I'm like, oh, this is starting to make sense, I guess. So apparently Monet set up a video transponder snails that, we've seen them before, obviously, and these snails are going to record whatever Caesar Clown's going to be doing for whatever audience. I thought, oh, this is definitely interesting. Now, apparently these transponder snails are on standby, and they're ready to record, whatever's going to be recorded. Apparently they're going to broadcast the experiments. So these snail video transponders are going to broadcast the experiments that Caesar Clown has been performing, like this next experiment. And I thought, this is definitely getting good. Now, toward the end of the episode, at the end, of course, we find out some of the supernovas, cough cough, some of the supernovas are watching whatever Caesar Clown has been broadcasting. Definitely worth mentioning. And it's getting interesting, and that's where the episode ends. As for final thoughts, well, since now we see some of the supernovas, like Zoro and Luffy, the other supernovas, which we've seen, as well as Law, of course. These other supernovas are watching whatever Caesar Clown's been experimenting on. Are they going to be bidding on his projects? You have no idea, but apparently Caesar Clown looks like he's selling off his next doomsday device, whatever that may be, to whoever the highest bidder is going to be. So this is getting interesting. I can't wait to see who's going to be bidding on it, or at least watching, the experiment in motion. And moving on past that, where is the Cool Brothers? Are the Cool Brothers putting themselves back together again? We have no idea. I just want to bring that up, of course. And one more final thought. Where is the samurai's son, and have we already seen him? I have no idea. This samurai came to the island to save his son. Straw Hats came to this island to save this kid, or at least to answer the emergency call that went out. But where is this kid? And have we seen him before? Again, that ends it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, 3 out of 5. I'm giving this a 3 out of 5 because it was definitely informative. But you know what? Enough about the informativeness. I just like seeing all these characters in one place, seeing older characters come back, the supernovas toward the end of the episode, of course. A lot of unanswered questions, but you know what? Who cares? It was a great episode. I liked it. It wasn't the best, wasn't spectacular, wasn't amazing, wasn't moving, but it was good. I like it, and I'm definitely a One Piece fan, so I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. No surprise there. And that ends it for my walkthrough review of One Piece episode 600. Definitely comment down below. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe. Check me on Twitter and follow me if you like. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think's going to happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now. And I got to hit the bricks, and I got to go. And before I go, I got to say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.